All right, what's up, guys? It is Monday, and we have one more game this weekend. I gotta be honest with you, Nigel. I don't know that I love this game, but whatever. I'm betting it anyways.
Yeah, I got Jets on the dead cat bounce. Kind of feels like it's in the air.
Yeah, I don't think the Bills are good,
That
so
too.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And a new guy calling plays, which I didn't know that until today, that they took that away from Hackett,
Oh,
which
did they?
might be a good thing.
Well, I always just assumed it was Rodgers, to be honest. But
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I think I did do some stuff already at FanDuel. So before we look at the OddsJam EV tool, we'll check that out. I think I have something at FanDuel and DraftKings tonight. Yeah. So the same game parlay is Conklin 3 receptions, Brees Hall 3 receptions, Brees Hall 60 plus all rushing and receiving yards. So that's plus 165. That feels like an absolute gift. What's up, Ben? What's up, Jeff? You had a rough
mm,
weekend, bro?
he doesn't have power.
Oh, still no power. That ain't good. Yeah, I was in Natick twice and then Wellesley the next day for soccer all weekend. And it was pretty bad. I didn't really have much reception, which was not great yesterday. It was just bad, 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 bad. But that tournament's over. I'll never forget it. They had a food truck there that had like meatball sliders. That was, I mean, they were awesome. So there was that, but man,
Slop, do you know why this game is super important tonight?
why's that?
Because we need the Jets to win to avoid the 0 for 9 Thunderdome, which is a pretty rare event. I think that's only happened once this year. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I can't wait to do the recap on the show. That way we get to. So yeah, so it wasn't for me. It was Caleb did
Yeah.
not do it. I know. I was watching that while I was at the field, the soccer field, in the rain watching soccer, and that was not good. You just knew like he was gonna get right there, but not get there.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he did that. And then I think I had Tolbert.
Yep. He had 4. You had 5
Yep.
plus.
Yeah, I went 5. He had 4. And then what was the other one?
Machado over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
Oh yeah, the Friday night. I was like, wait, I don't think I missed everything yesterday. I didn't have a great day yesterday, but it wasn't horrific. It was one of those, you know what I mean? What's up, Tim? It was one, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those days you're like, yeah, it wasn't good, but it could have been worse. I had Tajay Spears. Yeah, nice work. I had Tajay Spears over, I think it was 9 plus rushing attempts. He gets hurt in the third quarter with 6. And you're like, dude, he was going, you know what I mean? It was one of those where you're like, dude, that was going to hit, man. So yeah, it was tough. Those are the days, though, man. That's the NFL betting for you. What are you going to do? You just kind of move on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Dead Prez finally came back to earth with an 0 for 3. That man was due for an 0 for 3 like anybody's due for anything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Bird Dog, the first drive, I think they ran it twice, like right at Jacksonville. And you're like, dude, you can just throw with these guys. Like you can just throw at them. And and it was like, man, this sucks, dude. Like, and then sure enough, they just killed them. And you're like, dude, man, please score, Jaguars, please score. But they did not. Well, not enough to like keep it like shootout style because that game could have got going. Here's the thing, though, like Caleb touchdowns was the one. They weren't going to run the ball in on them. So there was that. So that was my bad. Um, yeah, the Browns are terrible. Yeah, exactly, Camps.
I was just saying
Exactly.
what happened.
No, you weren't. You
When I
said it.
said,
You said what happened, and then you made up a reason why it was supposed to happen. Do you know what
oh
I'm
no,
saying?
I just meant with Dead Prez, not everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like you're telling us why, or he just had a bad week. Like he was going to stay like that forever. I thought the weed is lit. Yes, it's time, Anthony. So, yeah, the concussions that sucks. Like Olave, that was terrible. But you know the one I really regret not taking was Spencer Rattler, like 200 plus. I just thought there was maybe a chance because of the Bucks. It really wasn't that much to do with him. It was just because of the Bucks. You're like, dude, I think this kid could go out there and throw for just 200 yards is nothing. And it's like, man, that was the play. So I should have had him in the big parlay. The parlay almost hit, kind of. Because Jalen Polk, like, that was awful. Demario Douglas was the move there. I shouldn't have went to that game at all, but I got fired up, man. It was Saturday. I was just fired up. It was a good Saturday. It was nice outside. I was like, dude, I'm gonna sit out here. I'm gonna make a parlay. And I just jumped on Polk, and just because Tommy. So I'm not gonna blame Tommy, but it was definitely Tommy.
Yeah.
And dude, as I'm putting it in, I'm like, dude, we should be talking about Pop Douglas right now. I wasted my Samuel L. Jackson clip on him. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but Coming to America, one of my favorite lines is he looks at Eddie Murphy when he's trying to rob like McDowell's. He looks at Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy tries to stop him, and he's just like, "Who the fuck is this asshole?" And it's just like one of the best lines of any movie. I don't know why I think it's so funny, but I used that for Polk, and I was like, "Man, this is gonna be perfect." And it was not. He did not catch a pass, and he dropped one. Yeah, no, Nicholas, I thank you. I should have taken those straight. I got to figure out how I can like line those up. I should have taken all those straight as well. So that was something I got to learn from.
He caught one.
So I had Tolbert. I should have just taken all 4 of those guys because Ertz got there. Hubbard got there. Tolbert had 4. That sucked. And then obviously Polk had nothing. But anyways, Tyler Conklin over 3.5 plus 122. I also did 5+ or maybe 6+ at Caesars. The only reason I did that, hear me out before you do it, if you do have Caesars and do it, I did 100% profit boost. So with that, they'll only let you bet $10. So whatever, you know what I mean? So that's why I was like, you know what, I'll throw 10 to get $1.40 because it's 100% profit boost. The thing was like plus 650. So Conklin could easily catch 6 balls tonight. That's not ridiculous. The Bills kind of give it up to the tight end position. I think I'm going to look this up right now. I'm pretty sure they're a tight end target team, which is a dead giveaway that if they haven't given up a ton of receptions, that it's coming our way. Hang on. Yep, that is them. Okay, so the Bills, here's the rub. Tight ends have been targeted 40 times against them so far this season, right? That is literally, I think, 9th worst. Like the most targets, the team that has been targeted the most, their tight ends against them, 48. That's the Chiefs. All right. The thing is, the Bills have only played 5 games. Some of these teams have played 6, like most of them. So I think that's ripe. The tight end position is ripe. I think Aaron Rodgers likes Conklin. I think we get a couple of nonsense catches tonight. So he's catching 4 balls, I'm pretty sure. And then also on top of that, it's kind of windy. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to spin that into the tight end gets targeted more in windy games. Like we don't have numbers on that, but it just feels right.
Boots
So
on the
there's
ground
that.
here. It's very, very windy. The trees looks like a tropical storm out there.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Exactly. So that's what's going to do it. Londo, don't waste your time. Oh, that's funny. Look for Robert's. I'll just go through for you. All right, Londo. Good job. Thanks, buddy. We definitely saw your over 1.5 rushing yards. That's awesome, man. Good call. You're the man, bro. You figured it out. But anyways, yeah, Conklin plus 122. We don't really want to do all these little minus 115 moves from the chat. We do real plays here, Londo. None of that little boy stuff. But anyways, I think there was something else. It was James Cook. I kind of like to catch 3 balls. So 3+ was plus 120 at DraftKings earlier. And then Brees is Brees is going to go off, I believe. I think he catches a few balls. I think he runs a little bit. Conklin, that's well documented, Robert. He definitely has a hip injury. Here's the thing about every person in the NFL. Every single one of them is banged up right now. Every player on every team. So everybody's in this chat that we bet tonight. Everybody is nursing something. How they get them out of practice and when they want to get them rest, they just name whatever it is. But like that doesn't mean that the guy's in danger of not playing. It does. Look at Joe Mixon yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yep.
I mean, he came into that game. No one knew if they're going to ease him back in. He's still lingering, whatever. He went off. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's no bigger crock of shit than the injury talk in the NFL. It's like
Yeah, I love all.
everyone's
He's got a hip injury. It's like, all right, well, yeah, like he probably does. Everybody has an injury. I'm thinking it's more about getting them out of practice. Like whenever they have to sit for a reason. You have to report that.
Yeah.
So what they do is, all right, what is buddy? Like they'll be like, dude, it's guy just doesn't want to practice. You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna get a Veterans Day off or whatever. They'll just say, oh yeah, it's his ankle, it's his balls. You know what I mean? Like it's whatever it is. Just say something because there's no checking it. What else? Yeah, no, the Bills, they give it up to the running back. The wide receivers generally have issues against them for whatever reason. I still haven't figured it out. I've seen them getting their asses kicked. I've seen them kick someone's ass. So they're a tough team to kind of figure out. But anyways, I think we should go look at the EV tool at OddsJam. Let me just see one thing. Do we have any more pass catchers for Buffalo? Yeah, so Buffalo, we don't have a lot of pass catchers. So we might be able to get something there because if Shakur doesn't play, which him too, if he doesn't play, then I don't know like what that does to their pass catchers. That kind of changes a lot. Like I mean, they've got just everybody. That's why. So we don't really have a lot for Coleman. Not at FanDuel at least. But let me see. I think they had receiving yards for all these Buffalo Bills. Yeah, FanDuel doesn't have them. So I think that means that Shakur's not going to play. So what does that mean? Again, I don't know. I think it means a little bit more Cook, hopefully. But yeah, Dawson Knox not listed there. Keon Coleman not listed there. Mac Hollins not listed there. Ty Johnson not listed there. They're listed at every other book if you look at the screen here. So, yeah, not sure. Yeah, I think the Bills could use another receiver. I don't know. Lindor just hit one. Damn.
Maybe they're a spot for Adams trade.
Yeah, who knows? Something's up with that big time. Oh, we got Thursday numbers coming out already.
Who is it?
Broncos and Saints. I was watching
Payton.
Bo Nix, man. He's terrible.
Remember when I said that week too, and you gave me all kinds of shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we hadn't really seen him play yet. But I mean, now seen him. He's not great. Yeah, and then they got Spencer playing, right? Rattlers. That's gonna be Jesus. That's terrible. I don't even want to like. Let's focus on Monday night, guys. Don't even think about Thursday. Thursday is gonna suck. That's our first really, really bad Thursday game.
It's the Sean Payton Bowl, though.
Mm-hmm. That's just an awful game. Yeah, you just don't see that, Robert. Just like an NFL quarterback getting loose down 20-0. Whoa, Dumbo. So if the Jets win, $10 gets $123K?
For who?
That would be the greatest bet of all time.
You talk about a cash out. Didn't we talk about this on the Thunderdome? If you have the Jets winning to cash your parlay, you cash out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you have to have two of them.
Yeah.
Ty Johnson, anytime touchdown, that's always in play. Yeah, just if I were him, I'd just bet something small on the Bills just to make sure a couple $100 or something. I don't see doing that. Cash out's 38K. I'd ride it.
I wouldn't.
123. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what they got here. So, wow. Yeah, I do like Mike Williams tonight too, Anthony. So Garrett Wilson, 60 plus receiving yards, minus 102. We'll throw that in. That's at FanDuel. I don't love that, but at the same time, this is not about what we like. This is nothing fundamental about this whatsoever. Okay, this is all price. We're saying, hey, sportsbooks, thank you for doing your job and being so good at it that we will actually use your numbers to find good numbers at other books. That's all we're doing. Minus 135 for the same bet at Caesars. Very sharp book. 125 at Bovada. 125 at DraftKings. 125 at ESPN Bet. So since it's way up there, minus 102 at FanDuel is kind of an outlier there. So bam, we just hit it. That's it. With OddsJam, they'll tell you exactly how much to bet. All right, based on your bankroll. Based on my bankroll, it says $80. So you don't need your brain at all. At all. Josh Allen. Hang on 1 second.
You should use your brain a little, though. It helps.
Yep. Yeah, it's overrated. Josh Allen, over 1.5 touchdown passes, plus 200. That's plus 152 at Caesars. It's plus 150 at BetMGM. It's plus 200 over here. Like, look around. That's crazy. 175 at BetOnline. That's kind of not great. 185 at ESPN and DraftKings. 188 at FanDuel and 180 at Pinnacle. Not great, but it's saying bet $40. We can do that.
Both QBs to throw a pick tonight, I feel like, is as close to a lock as you can get. I think that's happening.
Oh, we didn't even do the bet tracker. Did they hit for real, Shark? No, it got rolled, dude. We got to come back. What did we miss? Oh, Saturday we missed a few. What do we got here? Swift, that nailed. Goff, that was the Cowboy. That was a beating, dude. Like, that was so bad. J-Mo at 3 catches, not 3.5. Okay. Gibbs, 56 or 59.5. Hit 63. That's good. Dalton, that was good. Mooney, not good. Yeah, 3 and 3. So if we flat bet it, we hit. That sucks. But you just do what they tell you to do, like I said, and just move on from a bad week. Just keep betting. That the whole point of this is the more you flip the coin, the more, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a weighted coin. So the more you flip a weighted coin, the more it's going to be the advantage to which side's weighted. Let's see what else we got. Hey, well, you picked the right one, Shark. Yeah, I think it's Pinnacle, Robert. That's a great question. I think it's Pinnacle is the sharpest, but that's for sides and totals. I think FanDuel might be the clubhouse leader for player props,
Yeah.
but I don't know that for a fact. So, oh my God, Matthew. I would say go for it, man. If the bet loses, it doesn't really matter what the odds are. All that matters is the bet cashing.
Not true.
Yeah, that's beyond dumb. What's up, Joe? Nice work, Shark Burns. Yeah, no, it depends on what the odds are, Londo. That determines how many bets have to cash. So, I mean, of course, obviously you want to cash. That's the most layman way to say yes, you want to cash bet, but it's not about cashing every bet. What you're trying to do is cash more bets. Or I'm sorry, cash enough bets at enough odds to be profitable. That's what it is.
Unless your intentions are to place one bet for the entirety of your life, then odds absolutely matter, whether it wins or loses.
Yeah, no, like I almost feel bad. Like I don't know if yeah. I told you the other day though, Nigel. I think it was last week or the week before, where that one person was ROI. I think the ROI
Yeah,
guy, and
toy.
we're just like, oh my god, it kind of scared me because I was like, oh wow, like there's people like that don't understand at all. Like they're, you know what I'm saying? It was like wow,
Yeah,
it was eye opening because like they're allowed to bet, and it's like oh shit, like these are the guys that the books want betting. What's up, Craig?
it made me buy DraftKings stock after I saw that exchange.
Yeah. You've been hedging. Nice work, Joe. Hey, whatever works though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the I think that's the problem with like the content creating or creators and the just the space in general is I'm an ARB guy. I'm a hedge guy. I'm a EV guy. I'm a fundamental guy. Like you could be all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like what you use whatever strategy you know what I'm saying you want.
I mean, like in truth, you should be incorporating all of it into your decision making because it's
Yeah, like
all good.
anything that yeah, like literally, like like these are all tools. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Just bet winners, don't bet odds. Okay, Londa, do you have a picket? I would love to see how much you're down. Like, but we would need you to take the screenshot because they won't show. I can guarantee you that you're down. Like, there's no chance. Like, your brain doesn't work, so there's
Sh-
no way you'd be up. You know what I mean?
Should we give him the Usain Bolt analogy?
No, no, that would blow his mind. That would literally blow his mind. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you never lose, I guess odds wouldn't matter. But yeah, but like, dude, like of course the odd, like because you have to know that you are gonna lose bets. Like that's just how shit works, dude.
And even if you never lose, it still matters. Like the
Yeah,
actual the accrued money. Like you're
that's the
costing
thing though.
yourself money over time.
It's these guys, like that's who gets ripped off like bad. Like that's the reason why you need people to explain odds because this guy would walk up to a kiosk and bet something minus 140 each way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like and be like, "No, I got it." You know, you're like, "Bro, you just you don't even know what you just did." You know what I mean? Like that's bad. Yeah, I actually try and post it all the time.
Your picket.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you want to just go to my Twitter, Cody.
The link's in the description. You can see Slop's picket.
Yeah, the whole point, like, so I truly, truly believe that you need to pick it. Because if you got to pick it, you know what I mean? You can just you can connect all your sports books to it and it'll tell you, hey, should I be betting or should I not be betting? Or what can I get better at? Right now, I believe I'm at like a 9.4 ROI. That's at almost 4,000 bets. So, you know what I mean? There's really no like that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, dude. Sam, I'm dead serious. I want to post a picket all the time, but you can't because you don't want to be the guy posting a picket all the time. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, dude. Like, but then everybody or like every day there's somebody that comes up with, yeah, well, what are you up or what are you doing? You're all the time, and you're just like, yes, you know what I mean? Like that's beautiful. Like, thank you, because now you get to post the ticket. Glad you asked. Yeah, no, dude, minimalist picket is amazing. I don't think you can manipulate it too much. I think you can by hiding bets, but also on your profile, it says how many bets you have hidden. So you could just screenshot that part too, just to make sure everybody knows. Like if you're trying to, you know, have a pissing contest with somebody, you know what I mean? Then like you could show, hey, I have 0 bets hidden. But no, it's just good for I don't know, like because dude, this world, man, the sports betting world is crazy with people that are trying to be influencers or trying to sell picks or sell ideas and stuff like that. Like, just show me the picket. You know what I mean? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your ROI? All right, cool. We can talk. You know what I mean? But if not, then it's like, I don't want to talk, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it stops the beautiful thing about Pickett, it just ends the conversation. There's no point in talking about it. It's just like this is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm admittedly, I ain't the best in the world, dude. There's a lot of guys, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys that are better than me, but there's a lot of guys that aren't even profitable, but yet they peddle sports betting content and ideas, you know, and again, I don't even care. Like, if you own it, who cares? But like, if you're really trying to come off as an expert or something like that, like, he's like, dude, this is easy to find out. You know what I mean? Like, you could just look at, like, all right, this guy's up, cool, I will follow him. This guy's down over a couple thousand bets, probably not a guy you want to follow, or a girl. That easy. Or just to talk to, because I kind of like this chat because we can like talk to. You know what I mean? Like, we can talk to each other. Yeah, exactly, Joe. That's the problem with buying picks too. Like, just kind of add it a little bit to every nice work, Cam. So you just add a little bit to every, you're adding juice, you know what I'm saying? To every play you make, just a little bit more.
Yeah,
You
that's a
know,
good way to look at it.
that every single pick is like a little bit more juice. But whatever. But at the same time, I get it, dude. Like, I get having Dub Club. Like, if all right, so here, let me give you a scenario. Two scenarios I'll give you. One, that you're awful at sports betting, but you like doing it. You like the thrill of having some action. There it is, right there. Find one. Find a guy that, you know, that fits your bankroll. Because if he's like $200 a month and you're only a $5 a unit better, you don't want to follow that guy. You can't afford it. But if, I don't know, you're $25 to $100, guy costs $25, $30 a month. Yeah, that's worth it for you. Big time. You know what I mean? Like, keeps you in the action. Or let's say you're just busy, like super busy, and you know of a guy that has a decent ROI and he'll send you whatever he has whenever he bets it. Yeah, that's worth it for you. Definitely. What's not worth it is having 15 different guys. That's not good.
No, or you jump from guy to guy because you can't. Everyone
Yeah.
has variance. Nobody wins
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly. Or like, oh, this guy stunk last weekend. You're like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Did you just hop off a guy for like a 3-day sample size? Like, that ain't, yeah, that's just not good. Because that guy's probably gonna hit next weekend.
Yeah, if he's a winning better, like it's gonna happen.
I don't want to do this, but you guys can. Keon Coleman under 2.5 receptions plus 105. That's at BetMGM. I'm good with that. I don't. Again, that is the best price. I'm not saying that. I just don't know that. I don't know that FanDuel is involved in that market yet, and I kind of want to wait to see what they come out with first before you start doing that. Plus, that's such a low bar to get over. You know what I mean? Like, damn. Yeah, that's another reason, though, Robert. That's why, dude, that's why you have them pick it. You can see, is this guy giving everything they take? You know what I mean? The only thing that I don't necessarily give out is on this show. Like, if I actually were to bet Keon Coleman under that, I wouldn't give it out because it's a $9 bet for me, probably less. Like, BetMGM won't let me bet that. And by the time you get it, it's line sensitive. Like, this is not a bet at minus 110. So it can still be under 2.5, but at minus 110, you're like, yeah, I'm not playing that. Well, what if I send that to you at plus 105? I know for a fact most of these people are going to bet it at no matter what. So now you bet it for way more than I bet it for, and you bet the worst price, making it not a bet. So that's the only ones I won't send through Dub Club if I take him.
You should send it to Londo. He doesn't care.
Yeah, no, Londo's good.
He'll just take it because it's just about the bet.
Yeah, no, Craig, those are the best, dude. That's what I'm saying. If they can't show you every bet, you know what I'm saying? And like, it needs to be thousands of bets, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be thousands. Can't be, oh, dude, I had a good weekend. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 7-0 on my last 7 Monday Night Football bets. Like, those that's the old school tout tricks. Those are fun. I used to think that was so funny. I still do. But like, if we're being honest here, you've never like paid that guy.
I'm picking 60% winners. That's a good one too.
Yeah, those are good. 6-foot winner. At what odds? Because
I can pick
that kind.
60% winners at minus 500.
Kind
I'll
of
pick
matters.
80% winners.
Sorry, guys. I'm looking through, man. Yeah, no, Leo, I got you. I'm looking through. All I have is Cook over 2.5 receptions at DraftKings. That is plus 120, or was. Let me see what it is now. It's plus 105 now. I knew that was going to happen. I took it this morning and I sent it to Dub Club and then wrote an article. But yeah, it's down to plus 105. I think that's still playable. Yeah, dude, Rob, I won't lie to you. I loved the tout industry back in the day when Stu Feiner was like really out there on those 900 numbers. Dude, those were the greatest shows ever. Like they were so good, so entertaining. It was so funny. I've called a 900 number before when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But man, you don't pay them. You know what I mean? But it's very entertaining. It's hilarious, dude. I liken it to WWF or WWE back in the day. See what I'm saying? It's basically that. Like this
Yeah.
super sales pitchy. It's just so fun. I used to love the interviews, like just like the matches. I like the interviews.
That's why I love that movie too for the money, because it's like it's a throwback to all that stuff.
Yeah, it was so funny, dude. Yeah, all we have is Conklin. 3+ receptions. Brees Hall, 3+ receptions. Brees Hall, 60+ rushing plus receiving yards. And that's an SGP. I think that hits pretty early, too. And then Conklin over 3.5 receptions plus 122. I think that line's still there, which is awesome. Very awesome. But, man, I don't really have a lot in this game. Brees Hall is one I think has a pretty big game, but you want to go rushing, receiving. He should be in play for both. But you want it combined because you're not trying to – dude, that would suck if you had his rushing yards, whatever, 90+, and he catches a – excuse me, 80+ reception, 80+ yard,
Yeah.
I just don't know that they're going to be able to, Matthew, that they're going to be able to get the ball to those receivers. I think somehow the Bills are pretty good against them. Maybe teams are just targeting the tight end and the running backs against them. I don't know. But for whatever reason, the Bills defense is very good against the receivers. I'll tell you. Hang on. Yeah, they are fourth best. So only 3 teams have seen wide receivers targeted against them less than the Bills, which that's crazy. I mean, obviously they've only played 5 games, so there is that, but they're way down there. It's like I said, for whatever reason, teams are targeting tight ends and running backs in the pass game against them. Throw in the fact that it's super windy there tonight. I think we should lean into the Jets passing game to the wide receiver or to the tight end and the running back. That back would be Brees Hall. The other guy's good too, but I don't know. Like I feel like the books have kind of caught on to him where he's like a trap now because he has to go off with the limited touches he gets. The Braylon Allen guy, 34.5 rushing yards. I mean, he's going to have to break one.
When does
Friends helping friends, Matthew. I'm with you. Now, guess what, Matthew? That guy's going to go 9 for $140 and 2 touchdowns. Mike Williams, watch.
Oh, NBA is next week. No, I thought it was this week. Damn.
Yep, next week is NBA. I'm trying to learn the rotations now, but they won't let you bet player props. Check it out in
Preseason, yeah.
preseason. Yeah.
I watched both Celtics games over the weekend.
See, team props, total parlay, nothing.
I'm surprised they don't have like the Celtics props. The Knicks, I understand because their rotations, who knows? But the Celtics rotation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I got for this game, guys. Dude, like I said, when we look ahead, we are in deep trouble Thursday. That is absolute dog shit.
We might have to take an under.
Yeah. I'll take the over on punts. You know what I mean? It's an over
We
for
can
under guy.
field goal props. Where's Jeff?
Like this is brutal, brutal. Spencer Ryder's a $1.82. See, the Broncos actually have a decent defense.
Yeah. Well, Sertan left. I didn't watch the whole game, but I saw him leave. Does anyone know his status? Because that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, so I won't lie to you. I just figured out what the greatest play of all time would be in this one. I think this is gonna be probably the best game that we can ever see. It just hit me. I know what
Just
we're
hit you.
doing. I know what we're doing. Figured it out. Took me a couple seconds. I thought it was bad. Not that bad. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be real fine.
That was wild, Shroom. With did you see that slop? It's Dante DiVincenzo like bitching out
Dude,
Rick Brunson.
I love it. I saw him talking to the coach too, Tibbs.
Yeah, Tibbs.
I can't finish. I love a guy that we can bet
Spike guy.
for a revenge spot.
We only got one game though, or no, they played twice, I guess, but one in New York.
Yeah. So we'll get one of those. Oh, no way. You have preseason at FanDuel? Oh, that stinks. I don't know about the field goal props tonight, man. It's kind of windy.
Very windy.
I want that game to start right now. I think we're unlocked. If you just joined, this is all we got. I'm sorry. I wish we had more, man, but like maybe we can that was in there. I tracked it for the OddsJam people because we want to kind of show what OddsJam what that EV tool can do. So I track everything we pick on the show. So basically it would be like we're using it. So if you watch the stream, you can use it too. Does that make sense? In real time. And instead of like just, hey, take my word for it. This is a really good tool. Here's my results. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you just watch and we'll go do it together. But I am not betting all these. No. What happens is by the time I get there, because I'm trying to do the stream, I can't bet it. And then in most of these books, I can't even bet the amount that they tell me to bet. So I would not even be able to use it properly on the stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah, do you want to share it though? Because I think you're talking about it, but we're looking at FanDuel.
So Rodgers is the one. Oh, let's go Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns plus 160. That's Fanatics. They would let me bet $20 on that. Maybe. The Tyler Bass field goals is hilarious. Jeff, you doing it?
You know he is.
Yeah, BetMGM. It tells me to bet $80. I'd get there. I'd try and put 80, and I'll say, hey, how about $2.45? And it's like, all right, well, that just wrecks everything. You know what I mean? I still take it anyway. Sometimes I'll do that. If I don't have any action, we can just do that. Looks like Troy in South Alabama. That looks fun. 58.5 tomorrow night. Yeah, Lazard first touchdown feels good. All right, so Lane Thomas home run and Mookie Betts. Okay. Yeah, new coach for the game. I like that, Daddy Sav. Ground and pound. I think they're gonna throw it a little bit to Conklin.
Someone was saying I don't know where I saw it, but the numbers with the new coach for ATS, it's like really high. It's like 80% spread covering the spread.
Well, there's no book on this guy.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I don't think they're gonna look that much different. It's just you know how it is. They play harder, especially if they didn't like the guy that they just fired. You know.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders last year when McDaniels got canned, they look like the fucking Super Bowl champs the next week.
Yeah, they're fired up. You just don't. There's no book. Like you can't watch film and say this is coming. When they do this, this is coming. Not all that's gone. That's a big deal. Big deal.
I'm assuming Rodgers just does what Rodgers does. Like it'll be Green Bay Rodgers.
That's what I was wondering, Robert. Like, what's he doing? The other guy is a tight end guy. He was a tight end coach for Tennessee. I think Todd Downey's his name. And then he was the offense coordinator for them. But He's a tight end guy. Always has been since college.
Hackett is a Rogers fluffer. He's just doing that. That's why he's there.
Yeah. They got him so they could get Rodgers.
Yeah, that guy's got a job as long as Rogers is there.
I got nothing else. You got hockey for us, Craig? Anything in hockey? Wow. Mark Vantos just hit a grand slam. Jesus. The Mets are magic, dude. They're magic. I'm telling you.
The tradition in baseball is the Dodgers always lose to the magical team. So this year it's going to be the Mets. Last year was Diamondbacks. Year before was the Braves.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's the magic is real in baseball.
Oh yeah. Although it can run out. Do you remember the Rockies a few years ago? And then they ran into that '07 Red Sox team and got smoked in the World Series. Remember they won
Yeah, the Red
19
Sox
games in a
were
row?
they were still kind of magic. They had magic left over.
That was the craziest run ever for you young people. Look it up. The Rockies won like 19 games in a row going into the playoffs, including the playoffs. And then they got
Mm-hmm.
swept in the World Series.
Crosby, okay. Anytime goal in Montreal. What's the price on that though? It's probably not good, right?
He's not what he was. He's older.
Nice. Those poor Dodgers. All right, we'll hit this button one more time and see if it gives us something. I mean, we could take Garrett Wilson touchdown. I'm not a touchdown guy. I saved that for the actual touchdown guys. I think there's a way to bet that, and I don't have that way. This is interesting. Aaron Rodgers under 32.5 pass attempts. Caesars has that at minus 137.
Ooh, I'd bet that.
Yeah.
The Pinnacle's minus 102. Interesting.
Wow.
You don't see the sharp guys disagreeing that much that often.
Yeah. Let me see something really quick over there. I want to see what FanDuel has listed. That might be good. Yeah, exactly. You gotta call it dead preds, man, if you want the touchdowns. There's a way to do it. I know there's a way to do it. I don't know what that way is, so why would I be giving out? You know what I mean? Yeah, Rodgers is 33.5 minus 132 at FanDuel.
Under is minus 132.
Under 33.5. It's a different number.
Yeah.
That's why they're not listed. I was wondering, wait, what's FanDuel got? But they're not listed. That's why.
Bet Online's probably 33.5 too, because they're not there either.
Yeah, it's moving down, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't think they throw the ball that much, to be honest with you.
Not yet, true.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm holding out. I was holding out hope, but I'm not anymore. I don't think they're gonna. Dude, what do they have for basketball? Ooh, first basket. That would be fun.
We did them last year, remember? Not through that, but
I think it's Conklin, chicken cooked. Yeah, that Aaron Rodgers number minimalist, that ain't bad. Yeah. No, I like those. I think they try to run on him. We'll see though. Like I said, that's a good number. I mean, 32.5 is a pretty good number. Doesn't really make me want to bet either way.
I don't think that matters, Kevin. Those are just like.
Yeah, those are the fun stats that when you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, none of that shit matters. So 9-1 in his last Monday Night Football game. So none of those were with the Jets, with his current team. They were all at least 2 years ago. Or you know what I mean? Like once you start like parsing it out, you're like, oh yeah, this don't mean shit.
That's the kind of stat that FanDuel would tweet out.
Yeah, or they'll send it on the ESPN. Will put it on the broadcast.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, dude. And then you're like, wait a minute, none of this shit matters. Yeah, no, Joe, I was thinking the same thing when I saw that plus 160 at Fanatics. I was like, you know what? We should have that tracked. I would say that. Same offense. Okay.
What? He's on a different team.
Yeah, so I
Different
think he's
coaches.
saying it was. I don't know what he's
Oh,
saying.
Hackett?
Yeah, that doesn't matter either. Hackett doesn't even call the plays.
It wasn't his off. Yeah, it was McCarthy's, and then it was what's his face?
Yeah,
LaFleur.
McCarthy or Hackett doesn't even call the plays anymore.
Yeah,
So
that too.
there's that. There's definitely that. Oh, Shakir's out. That's it, dude. Robert, I'm telling you, I think they ground and pound. I think unless the Bills jump out to a lead, then I mean we're just guessing game scripts. All we're doing.
What
Oh,
did you
it's up to even money now. Oh, they moved it to 105 again.
did you say the game script earlier? I was like doing a few things at once. I don't know if I missed it. If I did,
No, I was thinking they try to run it. The Jets and then the Bills, they want to keep it on the ground as well. Super windy. I'm not a weather guy per se. The rains though like I don't like rain, even though they say it doesn't matter. I think it does somehow. Wind is the worst though. Wind is like that's what you don't want. And tonight it's 15 sustained at kickoff with gust over 30 miles per hour. It'll taper off through the game, but it'll taper off down to 10 miles per hour sustained with 25-mile-an-hour gust. Take that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that matters.
I'm skeptical if it matters much for Allen. I mean, he plays in Buffalo. It's like always that, you know.
And then well they like they want to run. The Brady guy wants to run. That's pretty obvious. But all right, so here, put on your tinfoil hat. So if the Jets fired their head coach this week and then stripped the OC of play calling, then they probably want to do something different offensively, right? Like that would be my thought. All right, now last game, I know it was a blowout. Like they were getting rolled. Aaron Rodgers threw the ball 54 times. The game before that against Denver, a game they lost, he threw the ball 42 times. See what I'm saying? Like,
so you think they're gonna throw less?
I would think that means throw less. But dude, like I don't know. You're reading tea leaves at this point. You know what I mean? You just gotta pick a game script and then pin it there, and then see if you can find moves that kind of like if you put them all together and did the circle thing. You know, you find moves that that fit every different game script you think it could be.
So carrying your logic, which I think is good logic, to its natural conclusion, wouldn't Brees Hall rushing attempts be a good play?
Possibly, but they have the other kid, Braylon Allen. We don't know that. What if
Yeah.
they want to split that backfield a little bit more and give both of them carries, or they get behind? So I would think I would think Brees Hall receiving and rushing is the way you kind of cover both. Because I still think they're throwing balls to him. I don't think that's changed. I just think the frequency of throw, like I don't think the guy's going to go back there and throw 55 times.
I feel
But
like
again,
he's
that was
gonna be
game
more
script.
involved.
They were getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, that's true.
So there is that. Like there is that. Yeah, that is crazy, Kevin. So yeah. Yeah, I fell asleep right in the middle of that game last night. Robert, that was a tough one. I hit the SGP from that game though. I remember I woke up, I was like, oh no shit. I thought my FanDuel account was gonna be like negative. And then I was like, oh no. Like what did I win? And sure enough,
Yeah,
I won
yesterday was.
some.
I think that was the worst week of the season so far. What did we have? Like one good game? The the Ravens Commanders, probably the only good one.
Yeah, I thought the Cowboys Lions was fun.
It was fun for the Lions fans.
It was pretty
And
good. It
bettors. Yeah.
was a good game.
Well, the Lions trolling them in the fourth quarter was kind of fun.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys. They announced how many people were at the game and they blurred out the scoreboard. That is awesome. I've never seen someone blur out that they didn't want it. I was like, man, that's bad. Let's hit the button one more time and see. Yeah, guys, I gotta be honest. We could argue, well, not argue, just discuss it all night. But man, I just don't think we know what we're gonna see. So in that sense, you kind of just gotta marry a game script and go down with the ship. You know what I mean? If that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I do think they're going to run the ball more. I think the short passing game is going to be in play a lot more. Or I'm sorry, the same amount as it always was for the Jets. And if that's the case, Brees Hall catches 3 balls, Conklin catches 3 balls, and Brees Hall has at least 60 plus rushing plus receiving yards.
I think Conklin is his guy. I think he's his
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, and a lot of these guys have guys. So that's the other part is Conklin to catch 6 balls is plus 650 at Caesars. I don't mind it. Yeah, Chris, I took Cook's receptions over 2.5. So man, like I think you're right, man. I think he does get that. Yeah, Joe, they have to, right?
Yeah,
Let
that's what I said earlier.
Rodgers do whatever he wants. So that's another take that probably has legs. You know what I mean? Like this guy's calling plays, this new guy, this Downey. Is he though?
No.
You know what I mean?
I think he
Like,
calls a play, but has the veto on anything, right? Like he can do whatever he wants once he gets to the line.
yeah, they gotta get rid of Peterson. He's all set. Yeah, I think they're probably just waiting. He just stay over there in London for a little bit. Maybe he starts coaching a soccer team while he's over there.
Ted
You know?
Lasso.
Yeah. Doug Lasso.
We get the tankathon battle this weekend between the Pats and the Jags. They shouldn't even put that on TV.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's gonna come with like the warning.
Yeah. Surgeon General warning.
Mm-hmm. We can't do Cobb over 3.5 strikeouts, can we? Nah. That's crazy. That's crazy town. FanDuel calls the plays. I like it. Yeah, Kara, like that. Do yourself a favor. Stop reading injury reports. They're nonsense. Everybody's hurt. Everybody is. The only guys that get put on that report are the ones that aren't practicing.
Yeah,
They have to.
the only way to see football is if they play, you have to assume everyone's 100%. Even though you know they're all varying degrees of that, it's just the
Mhm.
only safe way to play it.
Yeah, none of them are 100%. Just know that going in. Nobody playing right now is 100%. They all got something. You know what I mean? But if they throw him out there, then he's good enough to go.
Yeah, they shoot him up.
They
It's
got the
disgusting.
stuff too. So don't ever forget that they got the needle.
Yep.
Never forget that. All right. So they're gonna be fine. So yeah, I never like injury reports are by far the worst thing to get like really wrapped up in. Because the guy, if he doesn't play, then guess what? Your bet voids and you move on with your life. Yeah, I mean, they like a lot of times too. It's one of those things where they're like, oh yeah, here, well, you're not gonna practice this week. We'll throw you on the injury report. You're playing Monday, and they know that. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows that except for us because we're the donkeys that read these reports. Oh man, his hips bothering him. It's like, dude, everybody in that building has something bothering them. These are like giant, like athletes, the best athletes going. Like, look at these dudes. They're giants, and they're all just like ridiculous athletes, and they're running into each other every single play for weeks now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
they're all fucked up.
everything's got something's wrong with all of them. Like, they got something hurts. It has to. 100% minimalist. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
100%.
it's actually just closing on that. Belichick was one of his pods lately was telling the story of the Terrell Owens in the '04 Super Bowl with the high ankle sprain, and like the Pats team doctors were telling Belichick, oh, he'll be like 30-40% maximum, and they were like looking at all the injury tape, and he came out and had like the best game of his career, and Belichick's like, after that, I never believed what my doctor said again.
Yeah. No, but that's, you know what I'm saying? The thing about injuries is they are already too factored in. A person can't possibly think they know something.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't move that much because like the
Yeah,
prices are so
that's
dialed
the
in.
thing. Exactly.
Like the only thing that moves like a football line is quarterback. Like the
Yeah,
receivers
I
don't
mean,
really move the lines.
the idea that a billionaire book actually knows how hurt this guy is, that's crazy town. Nobody knows. I guarantee you. Yeah, he had a broken leg. Yep.
It was
They
yeah, the
they
high ankle broken. Yeah,
yeah, he
see,
had the broken leg. The horse collar was born from that.
yep.
Roy Williams is no longer allowed to grab people by the back of their jersey and pull them down.
And the dude from Carolina in that Super Bowl that played with the broken arm, what was the linebacker? Tom Davis, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, these guys are playing like also too, those billionaire books, um, they didn't have Terrell Owens going for what he went for that night. I'll tell you that right
No,
now.
they did not.
They did not. They did not. So they don't know either. That's the thing. We give way too much credit to these books. They're very good. No one's saying that, but like, dude, it's still a game that's being played out that nobody really knows what's going to happen.
And you know
That's
that how they
why we
don't
do this.
really know? That's why they limit because they don't really know.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. They don't really know. Well, they throw a mean outcome out there,
Yeah.
some medium number, and tell you over under, and that's very smart because if you throw out the good number, I just said I can't remember what it was, but there was a good number here. I was like, that's a good number. I don't know. It was Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if that's great. You know what I mean? 32 and a half attempts. I was like, that's pretty good. Because I'm looking at that thinking, I don't know what to bet. That means they made a good line. He could throw ball 55 times tonight. He could. But all right. So that's it, man. Sorry we didn't have a World's Greatest Sports Betting Show today. Matt is at his wedding, so he wasn't going to be there anyways. But it was going to be me. But then at the last second, we had to go look at subway tiles for the kitchen. So yeah, I figured let's do that now. That way we can still have it the next 2 days. And then Thursday, I think we've got Matt McEwen on, Dead Prez. So there is that. And whatever. No, Gravy Bets. I was talking about injury reports. They have no idea. They do not know how, like, nobody knows. You know who knows about injury reports? The team. And they will lie. They will do whatever they can to make sure nobody finds out who's, like, what is actually bothering people, especially books, like anybody. Like, they don't let anyone know. How about this? How about the books know? Walk me through why Christian McCaffrey had lines. Remember that?
Yeah.
Week 1? He still hasn't played. So these guys, they do whatever they can to hide those injury reports. Like the book's guess is as good as ours. I mean, I'm sure they can find out more than we can. I'm just saying, but at the same time, like they just try to hide those. That's all. I truly believe that. I truly believe they lie about injuries.
And if they don't care as much because they'll just limit that market if they're unsure. They'll put a
Yeah, or they
line and
don't
they'll
throw it.
limit.
Yeah, or they won't throw out a line
Or they'll do that.
because it says it's crazy, bro. Like they just like if you were running the team, would you tell people?
No, obviously not.
I wouldn't say anything. I'd be like, I would report what I was supposed to report.
The
You know
teams
what I
hate
mean?
that they have to do it.
Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want to tell you who's actually hurt, what's actually wrong with the guy. It's the last thing they want to tell you. But anyways, yeah. So we didn't get a chance to do it today. I figured I would just come on here, go extra long. We would kind of talk about the game from a fundamental standpoint and not just technical, like the tools at OddsJam. But yeah, Robert. Yeah, he was questionable. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy town. He was questionable. They didn't know if he was going to play. It's week 6, still hasn't played yet. But they didn't know. It was Peyton Manning years ago when he hurt his neck. He didn't play that season. I remember I took the Texans. I think it was the Texans week 1, had him plus like a touchdown. Because you knew it's like, dude, he ain't playing. Like, you could just tell by like what they were talking about. I didn't know it was that bad, but I was like, I don't think he's playing week 1, so I'll take the Texans now. And sure enough, I took him, and then he didn't play, and then he didn't play the season. You're just like, wow. All right, guys. Yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow, same time for the stream, and then we'll do World's Greatest Sports Betting Show before that. It should be out around noon. It'll probably be just me. I might grab Tommy G and see if he wants to talk for a little while or somebody. But there's really nothing to talk about tomorrow night. I was thinking Tommy for college football. But, yeah, we'll do that. We'll hang Wednesday. We'll hang again Thursday. The stream will happen every day this week. If you want to try OddsJam for yourself, you're closing in on the time to do it. So the link's in the description. Use that promo code. You'll get 35% off your first month, which is crazy. Promo code LOCK. So try it out yourself. You'll see. It's awesome. We'll talk to you later.
Take it easy, everybody.